Your thumb smudges the screen. Oil, salt, the residue of being alive. Behind the smear, the galactic core rises 26,000 light-years compressed into a rectangle you've been carrying in your back pocket. The Milky Way supermassive center, containing 4 million times the mass of our sun, now shares a square inch of pixels with your fingerprint. You are smaller than you thought, and for the first time in weeks, the relief is crushing. The galactic core isn't visible from most places on Earth. Light pollution has erased it from 80% of the human population. You live, statistically, in a world where the center of your own galaxy is a rumor, where the structure that contains you, that births you, is something you've only heard about in documentaries. The Milky Way core rises on a narrow window, a few hours, 2 or 3 times a year, depending on your latitude. And if you're in the wrong place, if the clouds are thick, if the city lights bleed too far north, you never see it at all. The galactic center is a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A. It weighs 4.1 million times more than the sun. If you could somehow survive and travel at the speed of light toward its event horizon, it would take you 44 minutes to cross the point of no return. That thing is holding your entire solar system in orbit. Every planet you've ever heard of, every space mission humanity has ever sent, every moment of human history, it's all been bound by gravity that originates from something 26,000 light years away, and most people have never heard its name. The light you're seeing on your screen right now left that supermassive black hole when your species was learning to master fire, when your ancestors were first understanding the concept of tool use. Those photons, the same ones now hitting your retina, now filtered through skin oil on your phone screen, have been traveling through the void for 26,000 years. They witnessed the rise of language, writing, cities, the Industrial Revolution, the invention of photography, the invention of the thing holding them, and still they traveled. And now they arrive at your eye, at your thumb, at the precise moment you needed to understand how small you are. When you photograph the galactic core with a modern phone camera, something most people don't understand becomes visible. The sensor doesn't see what your eye sees. Long exposures, sometimes several seconds, gather light that human vision cannot accumulate. The camera becomes a time machine. It sees the dust lanes of the galactic plane, the molecular clouds where new stars ignite, the supermassive engine that spins 200 million stars in a structure so large that light from one edge takes 100,000 years to reach the other. Your phone sensor collects those photons and shows you what's actually there, what's been there, what your eye is blind to. But here is the crucial detail. The fingerprint on your screen is a barrier, not to the image, to clarity. That smudge, that skin oil, that evidence of your hand touching the device, it stays. It doesn't clean away in this moment. It is still there. The galactic core behind it, the cosmic center of everything visible, filtered through the grease of your living, breathing thumb. You are not watching this at a distance. You are inside it. You are part of the image. Your body is in the frame. Those photons left Sagittarius A before your species even knew you wanted to look at the stars. They traveled through 26,000 years of human history without ever being observed. They waited in the void, and now they are waiting behind your thumbprint. Visible only if you hold them. Real only if you don't clean the glass. The moment you wipe away the smudge, the moment you say let me see it more clearly, you disconnect yourself from the image. You put distance between you and the cosmos. But if you don't, if you leave the fingerprint, if you accept the barrier as part of the experience, then the cosmos becomes something you're touching. Something that's touching you back. You've been trained your entire life to stay inside the rectangle of the phone, the rectangle of the screen, the rectangle of the window between your eye and the world. The device shrunk your attention. It made you used to small, used to contained, used to the world measured in pixels. But now the rectangle shows you something so large that your brain cannot process it as an image. Your neurons don't have the architecture for cosmic scale. So what do? You make it smaller. You zoom out. You put it in your pocket. You hold it with your thumb. You carry a supermassive black hole in your back pocket like a secret. The question is, does that make the cosmos smaller? Or does it make you smaller? Does fitting Sagittarius A into your palm prove human power? Or does it prove human fragility? The device that has been training you to stay small is now showing you that you are inside something incomprehensibly large. The phone wasn't designed for this. It was designed to keep you small, but the technology became precise enough. the sensors became sensitive enough that they captured something bigger than the device was meant to hold. Now you stand at the threshold, holding both truths, small and contained, large and infinite, all at once. This is happening right now. Right now, in May of 2026, the galactic core is rising again. It rises at specific times depending on where you are on Earth. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it's visible in the south after midnight. If you're south of the equator, it dominates your summer sky. For a few hours on certain nights, the supermassive black hole at the center of your galaxy becomes a visible thing. A real thing. Not a concept. Not a documentary voiceover. A thing you can photograph. A thing you can hold in your hand. This is the first generation to grow up seeing the cosmos this way. Not through telescopes. Not through education. Through a device you've been carrying since childhood. For most of you, your window to reality is the rectangle. You learned the world through pixels. So when that device, that constant, mediating presence, suddenly shows you something true, something cosmic, something that's been waiting 26,000 years to arrive, something shifts. Not in the device. In you. The fingerprint on the screen becomes a mirror, and what stares back is smaller than every anxiety you've ever held. And somehow, that matters more than any answer could. The fingerprint stays on the glass. You watch the galactic core rise behind your own thumb. In that moment, in that specific, physical, undeniable moment, you are not smaller than the universe. You are part of it. You are in direct physical contact with something 4 million times the mass of the sun, held in your hand, filtered through the warmth of your pocket, pressed against the sensitive pad of your thumb. The mystery is not whether we can photograph the cosmos anymore. The mystery is what happens next. Why you put the phone down. What you carry with you. What you forget. And whether, somewhere across the planet, someone else is holding a warm screen, watching the same ancient light arrive, their own fingerprint blocking the view, their own wrist dropped below scroll height, their own chin lit blue from below, wondering exactly what you're wondering right now.